A Los Angeles Derby Dolls bout consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 15 minutes. These quarters are divided into 60-second rounds called jams. Each team has 5 players on the track in each jam, 4 players called blockers, and 1 point-scoring player called the jammer. You can always distinguish the jammers from the other players on the track by their starred helmets. It's the jammer's job to try to score points, and the blocker's job to try to stop them. The first whistle will sound to start the jam, and the blockers launch onto the track. The blockers form a tight grouping called the pack. The jammers race their way around the track and catch up to the pack. The jammers must then fight their way through the pack. The blockers from the opposing team will try to stop them, while the blockers on their team try to assist them. The jammers have now broken out of the pack and must race their way around the track and meet up with the pack again. Keep an eye on the jammer in front. She is your lead jammer and can call off the jammer by placing her hands on her hips. The pink jammer is now in position to score. She receives 1 point for each member of the opposing team she passes. As the pink jammer racks up points, the yellow jammer catches the pack and is now also in position to score. The yellow jammer will also receive 1 point for each member of the pink team she passes. The jam ends when 60 seconds have elapsed, or when the lead jammer calls off the jam by placing her hands on her hips. Players are not permitted to purposely trip or tackle their opponents. Players can block each other using their bodies and shoulders, but cannot use their elbows, forearms, or hands. Players violating the rules will be placed in the penalty box located on the infield, forcing their team to skate the next jam with 1 less skater. The game ends after 4 quarters. The team with the most points at the end of the bout is your winner.
Van Halen. All right, Los Angeles, welcome to Dollhola, the home of your Los Angeles Derby Dolls. Today, we present the Tough Cookies versus the Scream Queens. Are you ready to meet the skaters? And here they are coming out first. It's the Tough Cookies. 007, Deviously. Number 17, Dirty Tricks. 22, Neil Brawleton. Number 27, Luna Shovegood. Number 42, Chemical X. Wearing 60, it's Anna Death Chase. Number 64, Smackaroni. 88, Q Sweet Baby Rage. Number 97, Greased Frightening. 444, Cinderella. 757, Thugs Bunny. Number 976, Angelina. 998, Fight Night. 1205, Slammin' Eggs. We've also got 1212, Smasherella. 1975, Queen Cobra. 2014, Farida Bravo. Number 6000, Taya. Co-captain of Tough Cookies, 1609, Hittin'. And your captain of the Tough Cookies is number 74, Furious George. Coaches of the Tough Cookies, Moulin Rouge and Jezahel. One more time for the Tough Cookies. All right, appreciating the Van Halen there. All right, you ready to meet those Scream Queens? Yeah, let's make some noise. Representing your Scream Queens, wearing number 3, we got Echo. Wearing number 14 is Hell on Wheels. Wearing number 15, Drama Queen. Wearing number 36, we've got Slim Reaper. Wearing 33K, it's Pika Zoom. Wearing 101, Lash Out Loud. All right, and wearing, sorry, I lost my track there. Wearing 1157, it's Glow and Arrow. Wearing 168, we have got Betty Rumble. Wearing 505, it's Mayday.
on to Ziggy Stardust, wearing 999 Jurassic Punk. Wearing 808, we got Mayhem. Wearing 817 is Kitten Crush. Wearing 3355 is Vavavoom. Wearing 6248, Pink Poison. Wearing 7L11, Skate White Shark. Co-captain of your Scream Queens, number 24, Cosmic Janner. And the captain of your Scream Queen 000, Bella Blitz. Your coaches are Chana and Creamer. Give it up for the Scream Queens, everybody.
In spring, a young man's thoughts lightly turn to thoughts of love, and a young ref's to thoughts of justice. It's the Enforcers. Head referee Hasselblack. Game executioner Lady Macbeth, jam refs Helvetica and Casey Cajones, pack refs Metallicile and Shakira, outside pack ref Leopard, penalty tracker E.T. Marissa, penalty tracker assistant Bunny Holly, penalty box admins Deathly Hollers and Go-Go Ishiro, eyes in the sky the Kingslayer and Dirt Reynolds, scoreboard operator Rumblebee, and whiteboard Cherry Blazer, the Enforcers.
All right, we would like to thank our EMTs, the doll repair team, the track monkeys, and of course the rad crew. Our DJ today is DJ MacBook Air. I'm Eva Lee, and this is Trixie Biscuit.
Sup?
And we'll be your announcers today. Now, the Derby Dolls acknowledge that we gather on traditional, unceded Kizh and Tongva land. We ask the league members, the Derby Dolls community to honor with gratitude the Kizh and Tongva people, elder, and the land itself. We are grateful to the earth, sun, and deities of this world and of the Kizh and Tongva people. And now I have one question for you. Are you ready for roller derby action? Come on, Los Angeles! Woo! Yeah, we like that thunder. Remember, you can scream, you can shout, you can stomp your feet. You just cannot whistle. No whistling allowed unless you're an enforcer. We just also want to let you know we're having some audio difficulties up here. Trixie and ours monitor is not working. And believe it or not, even though we're standing right next to each other, we will have troubles hearing each other. So we apologize for that in advance.
I mean, I don't listen to anything I say for the entire game anyway, so I don't know why you should either.
Yeah, I rely on Trixie. Okay, so this is how roller derby is played. You have a jammer with a star helmet on their head. When they get out of the pack, they are the lead jammer. When both of them are out, the person in the lead can either skate the full 60 seconds of the jam or call off the jam at any time by putting hands on hips. Once the jammer re-enters the pack, every member of the opposing team is a point. That Scream Queens drawing first blood with 4 points. I believe that was Cosmic Jammer as their jammer. That's right, co-captain Cosmic Jammer hitting first blood for the Scream Queens.
And we've got our first penalty of the night. That's Echo. Echo sitting for the Scream Queens with an arms penalty.
That's right. When you get a penalty, you skate you spend the entire jam in the penalty box. And that's why things are important, like the whole lead jammer thing. Sorry, we might have hearing. All right. Tough Cookies out in lead. Trying to even up that score. Jammer for the Scream Queens, still stuck in the pack. That's Room trying to get through. While 1609 coming up for the Tough Cookies. That's hit.
Through, got them all. Both jammers have escaped. And Hidden calls it off.
Oh my God, can I hear your voice now, Trixie?
Can you hear me?
Oh. I can kind of hear you a little bit.
Well, turn it up. Turn it up.
I can never get
Just
enough
like
Trixie in my
Freedom
head.
Rock.
I need less of my own voice and more Trixie's in my head. All right, we do have a penalty there against the Tough Cookies. We have an arms penalty against Fight Night. Scream Queens Jammer out first. Once again, the jammers can skate the full 60 seconds of the jam or the jam can be called off at any time by the lead jammer putting hands on hips. So it's a defensive move. Oh, wow. Beautiful jam there by Slim Reaper.
Just coming through on about 1 foot, maybe 3/4 of a foot on that inside coping.
Yeah, that was absolutely gorgeous. Now coming up against that 2-wall. Oh, by Greets Frightening, and I believe that is Curious George that we're jamming there, or we're holding that back line.
Now, Slim Reaper came in, tried to stop, and fell, taking out those 2 blockers. So we're going to have to see what the enforcers think about that one, I believe. Yep, and sure enough, I see the Cookies jammer in the box. If both jammers incur penalties, then both teams field a jammer, and they just go down 1 extra blocker.
That's right. You need to have jammers. It's very important.
But we seem to still be talking it over in the infield, so.
Well, right now, I only see 1 jammer on the track, and I see a star helmet in that penalty box, and that's right. We've got the Cookies in there with a directional block, taking out their jammer. Also got a directional block against Grease Frightening and against Thugs Bunny, making this a power jam advantage for the Scream Queens. That's Trauma Queen jamming for the Scream Queens. Currently they're ahead 13-5. Pack is pulled apart. Skaters have to be within a certain proximity or they will start getting failure to reform penalties.
So what you're seeing is the Cookies trying to speed up the pack by going out ahead, but every time they call split pack, they've got to slow down, and the players in back have to speed up to reform that pack.
Yeah, they're definitely making it very hard for the Scream Queens janitor to get through. Well, I say that, and then there goes the Scream Queens janitor.
That's the curse of the announcer.
Yeah.
No sooner do you say it than they make you a liar.
It's not a curse for the Scream Queens.
Not at all. 8 seconds left in this jam.
Should we just, does Trauma Queen, is that like the official, should we just say Trauma? Because Scream Queens, Trauma Queen.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, all right. Do it up for the Scream Queens, everybody.
Looks like 10 points. 10 points on that power jam for Trauma Queen and Trauma Queen's fellow queens.
All right, we do have a penalty. Another penalty against Echo, failure to reform. That's what I was saying. When the pack gets out of proximity, they will get a failure to reform penalty if they do not get back into the proximity as designated by the enforcers.
Scream Queens out first. Once again, that's 5:05 Mayday.
Yeah, Mayday out, but it looks like the jammer, yeah.
Woohoo!
Unfortunately, Nia Brawleton still stuck in that pack for the Tough Cookies. Finally breaks free, but the damage about to be done here by Mayday.
Heads up skating by Mayday. Devious Lee had fallen down, and Mayday picked up a leg and just cruised right over. We like to see the skaters keeping each other safe out there.
Oh, wait, no, I see writing. I see writing on the penalty box. 3 points, by the way, for the Scream Queens. And
that brings the score to 26. Scream Queens 5 for the Tough Cookies. 9:30 to go in the first.
yeah, Vava Vroom in the penalty box for the Scream Queens with a directional block ×2. And Deviously in the penalty box for the Tough Cookies, also a directional block. Directional blocks, you have to skate going forward, and you can't go backwards, and you can't go sideways either.
The Cookie fans are popping off. Rage is out and lead.
Yeah, I love it when you have Rage versus Bella Blitz, and that is what is happening right here. Rage coming into that pack, but Bella Blitz so quickly on her heels. Looks like we got 2 points for the Tough Cookies. Rage calling it off right before Bella Blitz got into a point scoring position.
And what you saw Rage do there at the end of that jam was quickly pivot and try to get Rage's hips out in front of the hips of those blockers in front. You don't have to pass their whole body. You just got to get your hips in front of their hips, and they're a point.
All right, both jammers trying to get into the pack. Ooh, fell into the infield. When you fall into the infield, you have to re-enter that pack without advancing position, or you will get a penalty.
That means you can't get on in front of anybody who was in front of you when you fell off.
Yeah, it's particularly dangerous if you're the jammer and you get a penalty like that, because that will make the next jam a power jam, and that gives a significant advantage to the other team.
Nice little crossovers in the corner there by Angelina. Angelina's substituting with the cookies today.
Yeah, great crossovers.
And picking them all and comes through on the inside and gets them all. A full pull for Angelina. Plenty of time for more. 15 seconds left on the jam clock. Good communication in the pack. I'm hearing slower, get together.
Jurassic Punk finally out for the Scream Queens.
Angelina decides, I don't need that last point. Let's call this one off. That should be 9, I do believe, for the cookies.
Yeah, Cookie's trying to even up that score.
That's a nice big bite out of that lead.
Yeah, bringing it down to a 10-point game, although there are some penalties. We do have a penalty against the Tough Cookies with a back blocking, going to make this jam a power jam with Angelina in the penalty box. Trauma Queen out for the Scream Queens with that cutting penalty I mentioned earlier. But the main thing, this is a power jam, advantage to the Scream Queens. Betty Rumble, jammer, jammer, lead jammer, only jammer, power jammer, however you want to look at it.
Everybody's favorite jammer, the only jammer.
The only jammer. Oh, man. Mayday taking out the core of that pack to make a path for Betty Rumble to come through.
It looked like the Scream Queens had Nia Brawlington back there, but Nia's broke free.
Now, see if you get you see where the enforcers are holding what looks like a goal post, and they're pointing, that is where the core, the pack should be. That should be where the most members of the team should be. If you are 2 out of that engagement zone, you could get a blocking out of play penalty if you try to engage the jammer.
No points for the cookies, of course, but how many for blue?
Casey Cajonas is the jammer ref for the Scream Queens. 4 points. You can tell who the jammer ref is because they have a headband on their helmet, which corresponds with the team colors. And by the way, speaking of the Scream Queens, we do have a penalty there, vroom, in the penalty box with another directional block. The directional blocks tend to happen when they do kind of a sideways block. If they don't do it in the right angle, they will get a directional block. Pink Poison jamming for the Scream Queens. Oh, Furious George out. Hopefully not with a penalty. That was a little messy getting out of the pack.
Oh, nice block. 817 cleared out.
Yeah, that is Kitten Crush, who's skating under Phoebe Punisher's name.
Kitten Crush is in disguise. You'll never see them coming.
Yeah, right. Kitten Crush is in disguise.
They could be wearing any number. They could be anywhere. They could be under your bed. They could be in your walls. You won't know
That's so
until
weird.
you get crushed.
This sounds like a, I don't know, TikTok coming.
We got a lot of bodies in the box right now.
We do have a little party going on in the box.
I spy with my little eye, Kitten Crush.
Yep.
Definitely not in your walls, because you can see them right there in the box.
Also, and there's Ziggy Stardust, one of our track monkeys. And then we've Chemical X with a directional block for the Tough Cookies.
So, severely depleted packs. Gives a lot of room to skate.
It is a depleted pack.
But it's awful hard to block. You wouldn't know that by watching 24 for blue was holding back that jammer. Cosmic Jammer was holding back the green jammer for quite some time.
Yeah, Mayhem trying to make it out, finally out of that pack. But the Tough Cookies jammer has got that lead, and that is Cinderella as your lead jammer. Now there you can see Helvetica is the jam rep for the Tough Cookies. You can tell because he's got a green headband on his helmet. He's pointing, which means that the Tough Cookies have the lead jammer. That is Cinderella, using the lead jammer position to call off the jam by putting hands on hips. 0 points, but at least they stopped the other team from scoring any 2. Roller Derby is a game where you skate offense and defense at the same time, which makes it a little bit complicated, but so exciting. Cosmic Jammer in the penalty box for the Scream Queens.
Yep, for stopping. Like Evil said, once you get going, you aren't allowed to stop. You aren't allowed to take one single step in the other direction.
Yeah, you have got to keep skating.
There goes Fight Night.
Yeah, Fight Night out of the pack, lead jammer. Jammer for the Scream Queen, still trying to get out of there. Pretty close.
Yeah, close ain't, doesn't feed the Bulldog there. And it's Fight Night picking up all five nights. 5 nights at Fight Nights.
Yeah, I mean, you know, been with the league for 3 years now, so at the ripe old age of 10 has learned a lot.
Oh, but gets boxed out by Glowing Arrow there.
Yeah, reminder, our juniors are ages 7 to 17. So you will see different skill levels during different jams, just so that everyone can involve. But please
You'll
note
see
that
skaters who are not old enough to drive, who've had longer careers than I did.
this wristband I'm wearing is older than any of the juniors.
I love that.
All right, yeah, make some noise for the Junior Derby Dolls, everybody.
Nothing for the Scream Queens. Oh, there we go. Looked like 10? That looked like 10.
I believe it was 10.
That was 10 points.
10 points. Tough Cookies bringing it to 26 to 34. Although we got another penalty deviously with the directional block for the Tough Cookies. And we've got a directional block penalty by 2 against Betty Rumble.
Oh, Betty Rumble. I thought that was Glow. My bad. Sorry, Glowing Arrow.
Oh, that was aggressive.
And the crowd goes ape bananas. Bugs Bunny is out.
Yeah, Skate White Shark making it out for these Scream Queens. But right now, Tough Cookies dominating this pack with Bugs Bunny. Oh, coming in hot. Taking out Is Hell on Wheels and calling it off. 4 points for the Tough Cookies.
Cookies continue to close that gap, but they might be without their jammer on this next one, Evilly.
Yeah, that was coming in really hot. We'll have to see what the enforcers have to say about that.
Looks like they're talking over whether it was 3 or 4. I saw 4, but I see 3 on the board, so we're going to have to see what the final tally is there. And you might say, oh, it's just 1 point, but I'll tell you what, I've seen so many games decided by just 1 point that every one of them counts. And we've got directional block there on Bella Blitz, so the Scream Queens will be down 1 blocker in this jam, but everybody's got a jammer, Evil.
Yeah, what kind of penalty was that?
Directional block.
Ah, Bella. I got some shout outs for Bella about that.
Oh no. Don't bully Bella.
I know.
The thing is the directional block is largely a failure of too much enthusiasm. You look behind you, you see that person you want to hit coming up, and you just can't wait for them to get into position as Echo, number 3, escapes lead jammer for the Scream Queens. You just can't wait, and you take that step to make that hit, and then you go to the pokey.
It's true. Smasherella jamming for the Tough Cookies.
Not even out yet. Bella's got them all. Rather, Echo's got them all. Like Ash Ketchum. Got 26 seconds to pick up some more.
Yeah, Echo is a rookie for the Scream Queens.
Yeah, having a heck of a jam here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gonna have to, the blockers have got to help Echo out though and slow this down a little bit if Echo's gonna get any points before the jam clock runs out. Cookie's jammer makes it out finally, and there go the points racking up for Echo and the Scream Queens. Gets another 4, calls it off, and that's 9 points for the Scream Queens.
All right, looks like Scream Queens are trying to build up their lead before we go into the first quarter break. We will have a break probably after this jam. It'll be 5 minutes. Feel free to hit up the bar. I believe we got Rambo over there and Vita. And we also got our merch and all kinds of fun stuff. And we have penalties. We have penalties against Cinderella, and we have a penalty against Anna Death Crash for the Tough Cookies directional block and multiplayer, and their directional block against Trauma Queen for the Scream Queens. There goes 17, Dirty Tricks.
The game clock has expired, but the jam will continue until the jam clock runs out or until Dirty Tricks calls it off.
Ooh,
fights
Dirty
through.
Tricks.
Fights through on the inside, is careful to rejoin behind the room.
Yeah, Lash Out Loud being held at the back of that pack pretty well by Fight Night and Hidden.
A little too well, Evilly. I thought I heard some split packs getting called.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. And now those skaters are Hidden and they're heading into, or Fight Night are heading into the pack to make way for their jammer to come through.
And another full pull for the Cookies. Stacking points on points in the final seconds of this quarter.
Dirty Tricks got the eye on the prize. That's more points for the Tough Cookies. 10 points for the Cookies.
That brings this game to within 4 at the quarter break. It is Junior Scream Queens 43, Junior Tough Cookies 39.
And I want to take this moment to thank everybody who's watching on the Derby Dolls YouTube channel. Hoping my friends from the SoCal Cult, they might be tuned in. Of course, we want to give some love to Truck Driving Kimmy. Kimmy hauling 25,000 pounds of mums, petunias, and other associated Mother's Day gifts. Mother's Day flowers, that were picked up in Miami, Florida, and are going to the Walmart and Home Depot and Lowe's in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where we are from. Thank you, Kimmy, for watching us on YouTube. And we have a special guest here. Smackaroni's grandma is here, all the way from Southport, England. Yes, not watching online, but actually in-house. We're so happy to have you here, Grandma Smack. And thank you for all these fantastic treats. I'm really excited about them. And I'm going to have a good halftime with those. And we want to give a big congratulations, by the way, to Bella Blitz for committing to Lewis and Clark College for the fall. Wow, that's incredible. Mama Blitz is so proud of you. Watch those directionals. Both parents are saying watch those directionals. And we're so excited, although I don't want Bella Blitz to ever go anywhere, so that will be sad. We are going to have some penalties on the next jam. Most notably, we will have Dirty Tricks in the penalty box. That's going to make the next jam a power jam advantage for the Scream Queens. And speaking of those Scream Queens, Pink Poison, your brother and mom love you and sending you much love. All right, we have got 3 minutes and 37 seconds until the second quarter of exciting roller derby action. Once again, much love to people on the YouTube chat, and we'll be right back with you. All right, everybody, welcome back to the second quarter of exciting roller derby action here in Valhalla. Are you all having a good time? How's Grandma Smack doing? Grandma Smack, you doing all right? Is this better than watching on YouTube? See, on YouTube, you can actually hear me. Yeah, right? Are you good? If you need anything, you come see me, all right? You tell everyone you're a personal friend of Eva Lee, and I'm here for you.
But have someone else climb up here. You don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, those stairs are woof. Woof. All right, we are going to start this jam out as a power jam advantage for the Scream Queens. We got quite a few penalties, taking out one of the blockers for the Scream Queens, and then the jammer and the blocker for the Tough Cookies. Oh,
that's
nice.
right. Fight Night picked up 10, but also caught a stop penalty, and that's why it's only 8-1-7. Kitten Crush out there, crushing it for the Scream Queen. Scream Queen fans, let them know.
Yeah, Crush did a really good job of holding on the inside line, coming through that pack. That's always such a dangerous place. It's a dangerous game going on the inside sometimes. And that's something that Rage took advantage of right there.
Yeah, Crush deployed 2 blockers to try to make a hole, but didn't have an answer for Rage, who sent her to the back of the pack. Sent them to the back of the pack, pardon me. Kitten Crush, I think Kitten's passed all of them. Once you get past, you stay a point. But if Kitten wants more points, there they go.
Yeah, Grease Frightening holding that last line, making it very difficult for Kitten to come through.
Now, if they can pass just one green jersey before this time runs out, and there it is, they get all the points in the box as well as all the ones they passed.
That's right. Once you pass that first person of the opposing team, you get the ghost points in the penalty box.
Ooh. And sure enough, 9 is the count. 9 points for Kitten Crush and the Scream Queens.
Yeah, quite a few power jams. Those are definitely game changers, and I do see Baby Rage. We don't say that anymore. Rage is in the penalty box. Oh, and we do have a timeout being called by our enforcers. Hey, that'll take me a minute to tell you about our raffle.
Ooh, what we got today?
We got all kinds of stuff. I need a raffle caller. If any of the juniors from the other teams are here, I want to call it. For the raffle, first of all, you can get 30 tickets for $20, 15 tickets for 10, 7 for 5, or just 1 for 1. You have a chance to win a 888 certified Sweat Saver helmet in the color pink glossy. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I love the Sweat Savers. They've got like the integrated sweatband so it doesn't roll down in your eyes when you're skating. It's sweet, honestly.
Yeah,
Good
believe it or not, Trixie and I are skaters. So,
yeah,
we know how these things work. Yeah, I actually do still skate.
And I sweat like a demon, so yeah. I know all about that.
You could also win a Starbucks gift card and grab bag. Of course, we've got the infamous raffle item. I tell you, if you win one of these, it will be an iconic thing to have for the rest of your life. It's the Fall Guys 12-inch plushie hot dog. I don't know how long we've been giving those at the raffle. Someday we're going to run out. It will break my heart. I hope to win one eventually. And then, of course, you can also win a bag of Derby Dolls merch. But the main thing, the Derby Dolls is a nonprofit organization. Your purchase of the raffle tickets helps us keep the rent on around, or the rent paid and the lights on. Now, let's talk about penalties. We got Rage with a failure to reform. We've also got a directional block in there for Smackaroni. And then for the Scream Queens, we've got above shoulders on their jammer. And that is going to make this jam, I guess, a power jam. But we also got pink poison in there with a directional block and a back block?
That's right, 2 for 1 there.
That's, pink poison. Go hard or go home. Totally. All right, power jam advantage tough cookies.
Still getting our ducks in a row out there, getting all of our everyone to the box who needs to be in the box. Everyone on the bench needs to be in the bench. You won't see packs much smaller than this right now with just 2 blockers. And the Tough Cookies jammer hits the deck, has to start all over again. Got one more blocker to beat in the front. Taya keeps stepping, but boy, great tenacious blocking out of co-captain Cosmic Jammer. But Taya's out! Still got time to make some real meat out of this power jam. Scream Queen's blockers are working together very well to try to keep it fast, make it very hard for Taya to catch up.
Oh, it kind of helps when you turn on. If there is not a game, I do not forget to turn on my microphone for any reason. It would not be me.
Taya knocking on that back door. Looks like they got one. They got them all.
Oh my God, and I can hear Trixie Biscuit. Yay! All right, what's that, 5 points?
5 points.
For the Tough Cookies.
Great power jam by Taya. Is this Taya's first game, Evelyn?
No, I don't think so. I believe, I'd have to check at the last rosters. Nobody in the penalty box, always appreciate that.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, well, so the last game was Tough Cookies versus the, it was the Fight Crew was skating. So let's see. Trying to remember what time the last time the Tough Cookies did skate. I believe a new skater. Hey, look at those full packs. Nobody in the penalty box. Absolutely beautiful.
Lots of law-abiding young people out there. Of course, there's no pack. There we go. Pack's in front now. Now the glow caught up.
Yeah, you got the four-wall being put up there by the cookies. I guess you could say they're camping out up front. Mayday, trying to get through. Oh, finally gets through because we have a situation where the pack was getting out of play. Cannot block when the pack is out of play. Mayday finally making us out in lead, devious lead, jamming for the Tough Cookies.
Pack says to call it, so that's what they do. No points for either side on that jam.
But we do have the jammer from the Tough Cookies in the penalty box.
Dun, 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 dun.
Going to be a power.
Dun, 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 dun.
And deviously 007 with an arms penalty. So advantage for the Scream Queens in this power jam. Isabel on Wheels is your power jammer. Oh, it's so much better now that we can hear each other. All right. Slim Reaper trying to get his Hell on Wheels through. There's a lot of scrambling in this pack. Pink Poison, Bella Blitz doing a great job of holding Rage
What
back.
pack?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no pack.
Yeah, I tell you.
Oh, no, that's a blocker. I thought that was a jammer. The pack's in the back.
Yeah, no, it's a power jam.
Yes, indeed. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, it's Hell on Wheels. Sideways and through that pack. That was beautiful. Like I said, how you get a point is passing hips by hips. And that's how it's done right there. Just the agility that you need to do that.
Yeah, Ishal on Wheels subbing in for the Scream Queens, and they've got to be real happy about that decision. Because Ishal on Wheels is a incredibly dynamic jammer.
Yeah, did you see the way all the Tough Cookies just like totally turned around like that when they saw the jammer? That was just beautiful.
10 points for Ishal on Wheels, and the Scream Queens takes them to 62 to the Cookies 44. 9:37 to go in the half.
Yeah, and we got Rage in the penalty box with a blocking out of bounds. So that's what I was trying to tell you about. If you're, that would actually be blocking from if you're not actually on the track.
Yeah, if you're trying to come in and you hit somebody before you re-enter play legally, that's blocking out of bounds. Likewise, if you're on the track and someone's trying to come in and you hit them actively, you get that penalty.
All right, both jammers out. Angelina decides to call it off. Once again, jammer in the lead jammer, has the power to call off the jam at any time by putting hands on hips. Since roller derby is a game where you skate offense and defense at the same time, that provides a strategic advantage. You can call it off if you see the opposing jammer coming up, or if you just want to empty out your penalty box because your pack's too thinned out.
Now, the team whose jammer scored most recently, they get to decide where they stand on that jam line. Both the jammers deciding to stand low. You don't see that often because oftentimes people want to get that speed boost by skating downhill. Both jammers, though, they are out and fighting. 16:09.
Yeah,
hidden is in the front.
Oh, jammer race.
And another Cookies out first, but having to call it off with no points. Good defensive play. Good clean play. Nobody in the box.
I like the little smiley face we get when there's no penalties. Thank
Cherry
you.
Blazer's the best.
Cherry Blazer is just an absolute treasure of a human being, as are our enforcers in general.
In general, they are a great class of folks. Oh, beauty of a fake.
Yeah, that's grease frightening.
Grease frightening took a hit from Bella, shook it right off, and kept on going. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to call this one off with no points, Evalee.
Oh, here comes grease frightening.
I hope I didn't just jinx her.
Wow.
Remember what I said about that announcer jinx?
Yeah, we're really jinxy. Let's say things that jinx things to our favor.
And sure enough, no points for blue. 1 point for the Cookies.
Oh, Chemical X in the penalty box with a directional block. Wah, wah.
By far the most popular penalty today and most days. Everybody loves the old DV.
The old team.
The old DV. All right. Scream Queens are out. Trauma Queen in the lead.
Yeah, Trauma out and Anna Death Cash Chase. Oh my gosh, I had a hard problem with that. Where's my brain today?
I don't know.
The decline of the Western civilization has been much harder in my brain than I thought it would be. All right, so Anna Death. Oh my God, Chase. Woo!
Gets them all, or gets 4 anyway.
Well, got to the back of the pack. I will work on that. Sometimes we have skaters' names who, you know, I've been doing this for 22 years, announcing since our first game in 2005 for that 20. So sometimes names will remind me of other skaters, and it will get in my head, and it will take a while to kind of reset. So I apologize for that. Full packs. Beautiful
packs.
full packs.
Fight Night took some friendly fire, but is out of there.
Yeah, Fight Night is your lead jammer. Wow. I'm just like really holding back the Scream Queens jamming.
Great lateral movement by Fight Night, trying to break those blue jerseys up to make a path to sneak through.
Yeah, finally making it out.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh!
Got out a little in front of the skates there, which can happen when you're really excited to get out.
Yeah, your rocket skates. Sometimes you just have rockets on your feet. You just kind of forget that. You're like, oh man, I'm wearing rockets on my feet.
I bought these from the Acme Corporation.
Acme skates, always the best. Unfortunately, they had to go out of business because of some liability lawsuits. But I certainly enjoyed my Acme skates.
Another classic American company fallen victim to Amazon. Jeff Bezos has a lot to answer for.
I feel like there's a lot more. I feel like there's a lot more Acme skates territory to explore. All right, we got about 5 minutes left in this first half. Is everyone having fun? Are y'all having a good time? Is Junior Roller Derby the best thing in the world? Because I think Junior Roller Derby is the best thing in the world, and we want to thank those who support it. We want to thank S1 Helmets, a symbol of protection, protecting the Derby Dolls since 2009. Official helmet of the Derby Dolls. Shop smart. Shop S1 Helmet Smart. We also want to thank the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable contributions to community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to improve the quality of life, strengthen families, affirm Vernon's ties with neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. And of course, I want to tell you about Derby Dolls Nation. If you would like to join Derby Dolls Nation, you could get a gift pack today. All you have to do is sign up on our website. There's some QR codes around here that you can scan. You scan that, you make your payment, you take it to the merch booth and show it, and then you could get your Derby Dolls Nation package with a mug, a pin, Derby Dolls Nation lanyard, card holder, stickers, 10% off of merch, and a free raffle ticket. We do the raffle right here at the end of third quarter. You'll want to be signed up for that. So let's tell you what's going on the track. We got a whole lot of penalties. Now, the Screen Queens is a little bit easy. We got a directional block against Betty Rumble. But for the Tough Cookies, that's a whole different story. We got Dirty Tricks in there with a stopping penalty. We've got Fright Night, who is the jammer with a low blocking penalty. That's going to make this next jam a power jam advantage for the Screen Queens. We got Devious Lee with a directional block. And not to be outdone, Luna, Shove Good, also directional block. But you have to field a minimum of skaters on the track. So that penalty will be served in the next jam. Did you get all that? We will be having people come around and take notes from you and have a quiz.
The important thing, the takeaway, the bottom line, as they say, is that this one's going to be a power jam, and it's going to be in favor of the Scream Queens. Scream Queens fans, are you out there?
Yeah, where's the Scream Queen fans?
All right, you're going to want to make some noise for your skaters.
All right, where's the Tough Cookies fans? Woo! Yeah, we got a lot of Tough Cookies fans.
See, I didn't have to ask because I've been hearing them all game. There's a whole lot of green in this crowd, Eva Lee. Which means that the Scream Queen supporters are going to have to scream double.
Yeah.
Just to keep up.
I mean, they're called the Scream Queens, so you're gonna have to, you kind of like have to do that.
Got to live up to the moniker, folks.
You sure do. I want to take this moment to thank our enforcers. You too can be a roller derby referee. They'll train you. All you have to do is email refs@derbydolls.com for info. And of course, we hope you all know people who want to get involved with the Junior Derby Doll program. There's all kinds of information about how you can do that. Right now, let's get back to the action on the track. Scream Queens in that power jam. When jammer on the floor, one team that can score room for the Scream Queens. Oh, taken into the infield there by Nia Broliton. Had to re-enter the pack without advancing position or could have gotten a cutting penalty, and you do not want to trade power jams.
Those two Cookies blockers trying to speed up that pack the best they can, hitting the brakes every time they hear the officials say split pack, just like that.
Yeah, that's Metallica.
I think I just heard the room say, "Get me a point."
Yeah, look at the Scream Queens bench. Scream Queens bench. Chada has a lot to say right now. Chada has a whole lot to say. Look at it. Look at Chada. Chada's like...
It looked like Mayday just about had one locked up, but nothing doing. Oh, maybe.
Vroom. I mean, all you do is all you need is 1 point, and you get all those ghost points.
If Vroom got one, they got 4, I think. And it's 4!
Woo! 4 points for the Scream Queens.
Hard-earned points for the Scream Queens.
Super hard. Super very hardly earned.
Yeah, great teamwork from those two Cookies jammers, making the best of a very bad situation. Nia Broliton goes to the box to serve that penalty from the jam prior. Looks like the only one we've got so far. And the Cookies are out first. There goes Rage.
Rage is out lead. Coming in hot.
Swim Reapers out for the Queens. The Rage is in the pack, scoring points. Hopping on 1 foot, doing it all. And calling it off just before that blue jammer could get in there. Racks up 4 points.
That's Slim Reaper trying to get in there. Member of the, what was known as the Slim Dynasty. We do have Chemical X in the penalty box for the Tough Cookies. That I can see. Arms penalty. Thugs Bunny. Thugs. Low block in there. And then also we got a directional block against, hey, Bella Blitz. Right on, thank you. Yeah, I know. The thing is with the directional blocks too, it's actually a sign of like, if I can't throw those lateral blocks like some of these people do. It's like they're literally wiping the track like a windshield wiper or something. It's very hard to pull off. And unfortunately, if you do it wrong, you will get that directional block. But when you pull it off right, it's just beautiful. So beautiful. We got 808, that's Mayhem. Mayhem.
But it's Angelina out first. Lead jammer for the Cookies. When your jammer's in the lead, you don't want to be stuck in the back because they're going to have to pass you before they start getting any points.
Oh, Thugs calls it off. I'm sorry, Angelina calls it off.
And nothing for either team, I believe, on that one. There's a toe stop on the track someplace. Is that what I'm hearing?
Did someone lose a toe stop? Okay, yep, I believe, maybe. Sometimes that happens.
All right, minute and a half to go in this first half. At halftime, we want you to go out and buy those raffle tickets. Get you some Yummy Bird at Yummy Bird. We've got drinks, we've got merch, we've got all kinds of shirts and patches and real cool stuff. And there's vendors out there in the parking lot who would love to see the color of your cash or your Venmo.
Yeah, please support our vendors. They've got great stuff, and it supports small businesses is what we say. You know, it's a great opportunity to support a small business and somebody who supports Derby. This is a fantastic sport, and we try to keep it alive best we can. We do have a penalty though, and that is a low blocking penalty, which is going to make this a power jam advantage for the Scream Queens. That's against Angelina, and then we also got a blocker in there, so that's a thinned out pack for the Tough Cookies.
Yeah, Ty is sitting down for blocking after the jam. That's an illegal block. So not so many blockers there for the Scream Queens to get by, and indeed they do. Quick exit for Mayday.
Yeah, Mayday outleads. Scream Queens still, they've got that lead 70 to 56, but you've seen how many power jams we have, and those power jams are really an opportunity where you can start evening out those scores.
Well, but unfortunately for the Cookies, Evil E, the power jams have been almost entirely, if not entirely, on the side of the Scream Queens.
That's probably why they have the lead then, Trixie.
I would say so. I usually wait to do my cool points analysis until after halftime, but
I know.
just, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
That was
sorry.
what I was going to say.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's a preview.
It's my prediction.
There goes Mayday, made it through. 12 seconds left on the jam clock.
Pack getting ready.
Pack is slowed almost to a stop.
Yeah, gravity is really tough when you're slow. Oh, right on
pretty.
through. Another scoring pass. Give it up for the Scream Queens and Mayday.
And 15 points.
All right, we probably got one more jam before the end of the first half. So don't forget, buy raffle tickets, buy merch, buy beverages. Please support the Derby Dolls. We are a nonprofit organization, and we need your help to keep the lights on and this beautiful bank track that we built ourselves. Keep it up so we can keep roller derby rolling. Bank track roller derby is truly something special, and we really treasure it. We have got Devious Lee in the penalty box with a directional block for the Cookies, but we also got some penalties against the Scream Queens. Bubba Vroom with a directional block, and we also got a stopping penalty in there against Betty Rumble.
That puts both Rumble and Vroom on 5.
Ooh, dear, that's not good. We got a jammer race pretty much going on right here.
Some fast feet out there. Led by number 74, Furious George, captain of the Cookies. Woo! Mixing it up. Bella Blitz at the end of that jam.
Uh-oh, I lost my double horns. All right, and that's the end of the first half, I believe. All right, everybody, we will see you back here in about 20 minutes. Is that correct?
I think it might be.
All right, see you back here in 20 minutes, everyone.
Hello and welcome to Dollholla, home of the Los Angeles Derby Dolls here in Vernon, California. It's been an extremely exciting bout so far. We have Junior Tough Cookies facing off against Junior Scream Queens. We're going to let our skaters rest, well, most of them at least. We're going to let them rest and recuperate before the second half, and we're going to have some exciting halftime interviews in the meantime. I'm KO, and we're going to get right into our first interview. So why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are and what your role is here.
I'm JJ. I'm one of the EMTs here.
Excellent. Thank you so much for having us. As we all know, roller derby is a full contact sport and can be quite dangerous. It's part of the risk that we sign up for. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved with being an EMT for Derby Dolls.
Yes, one of the original skaters, Lethal Injection, told me to come out. And it was like early 2002 and just nonstop. Got hooked on it. Yeah.
That's great. I know that for us, it feels very comforting to know that there are EMTs here, especially here at the juniors bouts. We want to make sure that everybody is safe. So what are some of the things that you're watching for when injuries happen or, just when big collisions happen on the track?
Mainly to see if they're hitting their heads. It's nice to be able to see the injury, pay attention to that and how they get up because concussions, yeah, it's huge. And some of the girls want to keep skating, and it's hard to say no.
Yeah. Yep, I know that personally. That's extremely true. Well, we really appreciate all of the work that you do in keeping us safe. We're really grateful to have you here. I will let you return to your spot, and thank you so much. All right, we have our next interviewee here. We have one of our lovely enforcers here. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Deathly Hollers. I'm part of the Enforcers.
All right. Shout out to the enforcers. So go ahead and tell us about what your role is on the enforcers today.
As part of the Enforcers, we're here to make sure that the games stay clean and fair for all the girls, to keep them interested in doing the best they possibly could out there and just having fun.
Love that. And it's extremely necessary. Sometimes the game gets a little bit crazy, and the enforcers are very needed. Are you doing like a specific role today? Like we have some of our refs that are inside of the track, some people that are outside. What are you doing today?
So today I'm one of the penalty box administrators. I'll be in the middle section, keeping track of penalties for our tough cookies.
Oh, very nice. That's great. How did you get into reffing?
My daughter is actually, her name is Luna Shovegood. So she's on the tough cookies, yeah. And she got interested because my mom used to play roller derby back in the 1960s. So, yeah.
That's so incredible. The family fair. That's beautiful. It's so exciting to have I feel like the juniors pull in so many people into the league. Like so many family members get involved, and we have people doing the adult skaters and the enforcers. It's so great. Well, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you go back to the enforcers to get ready for second half. And we have a couple more folks. Hello.
Hello.
We are here with our lovely next interviewee. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Brooklyn Decker, head of junior training team and coach for adult Scream Queens.
Love Brooklyn. Okay, Brooklyn, tell us a little bit about how you first got involved with the league.
Well, it was really a long time ago. I think it was before, the roads were paved. I was at the doll factory and I took DPV classes and I just got really into it. I was doing it for health reasons. I just wanted to find other ways to get in shape, and I fell in love with it just like everyone else here.
That's beautiful. I feel like there's a pipeline of people who come to roller derby to work out, and then you're like, wait, I need to work out to play roller derby, actually. Exactly. And it really transforms you into someone that you never thought you could be. Okay, so I want to talk more about the juniors program. Summer is coming. We have the junior summer camp.
We do.
I want to know more about that.
So we've been running the junior summer camp for a number of years. I wish I actually had a number for you, but I don't. We took a lull during COVID, and we're back. We've been back since 22. And it's just a really fun camp. It's a week long, kids age 7 to 17. You only need to have a mouth guard to come. You can borrow our gear. It's a full day long. It's 9 to 3. We go over the basics of roller derby. We teach them how to skate the track. We teach them basic blocking and jamming drills. And then at the end of it, we culminate in a bout. It's really fun. And there's a party too.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Can't forget the party. That sounds so excellent. So for people who have kids who want to be a part of juniors summer camp, how can they get involved?
Just go to our website. There's a page on our website for camp. I think it says something really informative like Camp 2025. And it's the last week in July. And I think, I don't want to mess up the dates, but it's the last week in July. So that's what I'm going to roll with. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can also reach out to juniors@derbydolls.com.
Okay, love that. Go to the website, look for something that says Junior Summer Camp, and it is happening at some point over the summer.
End of July. I can promise you that.
Okay, end of July. Okay, that's great. I can't wait for summer camp. It's so cute.
You'll have to come and join us. It's a real good
Yes.
time.
Oh my God. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. And let's get our
These two?
let's get our last two interviewees. It made them wait the longest, even though they need to return to the track. We eventually come in a little bit closer. Okay, why don't you two introduce yourselves real quick?
I'm Bella Blitz. And I'm Rach.
All right, so we have two of our junior skaters here who have been playing this game. I have also been told that you two are best friends. So
Dynamic duo.
I'm getting the vibe. Absolutely. Okay, so tell us a little bit about how you two became friends through Derby.
We met when we were 7. Yeah. At the same level, and we were kind of rivals, so we had a lot of aggression towards each other. And then we became really good friends my freshman year and her sophomore year.
Yeah. Well, because we were the two youngest on the traveling team, so we had to be friends.
Forced friendship.
Forced friendship that grew into true friendship.
That's beautiful. That's the tale as old as time. Enemies to best friends. And you're still enemies in a way, playing for different teams. How does that factor into your friendship?
Well, it's good. Well, it's friendly competition because we push each other, and we do track together, and so we also push each other there.
Like track and field?
Yes.
Not derby track?
No, not derby track.
Also,
We do both, and we push each other, and we are still friends afterwards. So we have to learn sportsman-like attitudes.
There's a lot of jokes made on the track against each other.
that's great. You love the attitude of being friends on and off the track, even when you're on different teams. Okay, you mentioned the travel team. Last question I want to ask you is about Junior DDX. Can you tell us just a little bit about what that is, maybe for people who don't know?
Well, we're actually captain and co-captain of DDX.
Yay!
It's really fun. It's the most advanced team we have. We travel to Arizona and San Diego.
We've been on the team for so many years. It's
8 years or something.
We're a great little family and a community, and we have bonding events together, and we play laser tag, and we also are really good at roller skating.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, I can only attest to that last part, but the laser tag sounds fun. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. We'll let you get back out there. I know that your time is starting imminently. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We're just about to get back into the second half, so we'll get back to the roller derby action.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the second half exciting roller derby action here in Valhalla. Is everybody having a good time? We hope so. We are having a match here today between the Scream Queens and the Tough Cookies. Scream Queens dominating so far, 88 points to 56 for the Tough Cookies.
Yep, they've got a great big lead, and it is all on the backs of the power jams, Evilee. Scream Queens have had 6 power jams in this game, and they have racked up 51 points, 5-1 on those power jams. Tough Cookies, on the other hand, they've only had 1 power jam, and they've gotten just 5 points. So I think it's safe to say this has been a real difference maker.
Yeah, those power jams, I tell you, they really allow people to rack up points really quickly. And we'll see how that turns out with the rest of the game.
Now, on the other hand, Evilee, the Cookies have very much had more penalties during the game, but it's the Scream Queens who have 2 players in trouble, with Betty Rumble and Viva Room both sitting on 5 penalties.
Yay. I feel like they've been kind of cautious with some of their skaters. I've noticed like Bella Blitz usually hits pretty hard with those directional blocks, but I feel like they've been kind of holding Bella back. But we'll see. Jam is underway. Let's make some noise for roller derby, everybody. It's a Cosmic Jammer jamming for your Scream Queens. Well, Anna Death Chase making it out for the Tough Cookies.
Blue blockers are in the back, but they open up a hole. And Cosmic Jammer gets through, picks up 4, calls it off. That's the kind of methodical gameplay, Evilee. Smart jamming, get your points, call it, that the Scream Queens have been doing the whole game.
Ye old hit it and quit it. And Scream Queens, so we do have Trauma in there with a directional block.
Scream Queens again fighting hard to be the first ones out of this pack. Some real nice work, though, by the Cookies in holding back Ziggy there. And sure enough, it's Smackaroni with the lead.
Yeah, Smackaroni out, but here is Ziggy Stardust, who, by the way, have you noticed Ziggy changed, got a new hair color?
Have you noticed is Ziggy's dad or biggest fan or whoever's in the front row wearing a Ziggy Stardust shirt? That's pretty much the coolest thing I've ever seen.
No, should we get him in the parking lot and take a shirt?
Oh my God, definitely get him in the parking lot and take a shirt.
Yeah, there's some really great. I know we need some Ziggy Stardust merch. We need a Ziggy merch drop. All right, what was that though? We got 2 points for Tough Cookies.
2 for the Cookies brings them to 58. Scream Queens 92. Still got some ground to make up here, Evilee.
Yes, we do. Oh, here comes Rage.
Rage understood the assignment, came blazing out of that pack.
Yes, I believe that Skate White Shark still getting stuck at the back of the pack for the Scream Queens. Ooh, wow, that was kind of magical.
Yeah, Rage just went through with so much poise, briefly thrown off the inside, but just steps right back on, looked perfectly legally to me. And drives on, picks up another couple in the pack before calling it off. Nothing for the Queens on that one. And 8 for the Tough Cookies.
All right, Tough Cookies. You can tell they want to pull back, get that lead back. Or I don't think they've had it. Get that lead. Okay, we got Kin Crush in the playing box with a directional block for the Scream Queens.
And just nobody looking at that Cookies Jammer coming through low. That's Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella out, but Trauma Queen racing down that pack, and then Cinderella, smart move, calls off the jam, using the power of the lead jammer.
That is a powerful move. Hands on the hips. This thing's over. I'd like to have that power in my life.
I know, really? Just like, can we please stop?
It's like, no, calling it. I'm calling this day. This day's done.
I would like to do that. So many things right now.
I'm calling this administration.
Oh! Bella Blitz into the infield. Both jammers into the infield had to re-enter that pack without advancing position.
That was a heck of a knock by Furious George, but Bella shakes it off in his lead for the Scream Queens.
Yeah, Bella is out, and they are holding back Dirty Tricks.
Oh, Oh, beautiful, beautiful lateral motion from Bella Blitz. And as long as that blue wall is holding Dirty Tricks back, why not try to pile up some more points?
Yeah, Bella is so fast.
So fast. I mean, I swear she just left that pack, and there she is in it.
I know. Weren't you just there?
Weren't you just here? Didn't we just see you? I think she just actually force-shoved everyone away from her. She just stood up and everybody fell down. It was kind of amazing. 10 points. 10 points for Bella and the Scream Queens. They are across that century mark. 102 to 66. 10:40 left to go in the third.
All right, we do have some penalties there. He's got Smackaroni with an above shoulders block for the Tough Cookies. And we've got Betty Rumble with a low block and also a failure to reform there.
That's on Glow and Arrow. That brings Betty to 6 by my unofficial count. One more, and Betty's going to be out of here for the rest of the day.
Oh, wow. Now, we do require on the official account. Oh, that's Kitten Crush in lead with Bugs Bunny. Wow, they're coming in hot.
Kitten Crush picks up 1. But if Kitten Crush got 1, she should have got 2 because there was a point in the box.
This is true. Do we need to bring that up? I'm sure the Scream Queens management was already on that. Nobody in the penalty box. Scream Queens man. Oh, Trixie's talking to a manager about those points. Trixie's on it, y'all. Trixie's really good at this stuff. Paying attention, taking care of our juniors. Trixie's one of the original juniors trainers, by the way. Ran our juniors summer camp for quite a while in those early days at the doll factory.
The salad days.
Yeah, you walked away, Trixie, and I just want to say nice things about you.
Oh, don't do that.
I know.
What are you doing that for?
I don't want to ruin your reputation, but Trixie's kind of the best person. Oh, clean through on the inside, Mayhem.
Mayhem! What a great name, by the way.
I know. I can't wait to see Maggie Mayhem and tell her about Mayhem. I think that she'll really, really appreciate that and wonder why she didn't think about that. That was Smasherella, by the way, is jamming for Tough Cookies, though, just having a hard time finally getting away from the pack. You see how far away those Scream Queen blockers are. They would have gotten a blocking out of play penalty if they had gone after Smash.
And Mayhem just keeps on trucking. Didn't stop moving the feet, got all the way through the pack, and scored a whole lot of points. We're going to find out just how many. But also is going to the box.
Yeah, unfortunately. Aw, wah, wah.
9 points.
Bummer.
9 points and a back blocking penalty, I'm afraid. It was a cool jam, though.
It was a really cool jam. All right, yeah, so there you go.
All right, the Cookies have a big opportunity to try to cut this lead down, 112 to 66.
That's right, one jammer on the floor, one team that can score. That is your Tough Cookies with a power jam.
Blazing fast escape. Blazing from Rage.
Oh, I love that thunder of the track. Rage coming in hot. Wow, right on through. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful through. Look at that pack, though.
Mayday working hard in the back to escape. The Cookies are able to, as long as they're able to keep Mayday trapped, then then Rage has a lot of opportunity to get around. Assuming that Rage can get past that front wall.
Yeah, you cannot get
now,
past Skate White Shark right now. I'm just telling you, getting past Skate White Shark, very difficult.
And now Mayday is out too. All 4 Scream Queens blockers are at liberty. Chemical X just hucks Skate White Shark into the infield.
Chemical X owns that track in so many ways.
And Rage gets out just as the final seconds tick down. 10 points, 10 points. A great start for Rage, but incredible defensive pressure from the Scream Queens. Kept the bleeding to a minimum and stopped what could have been an amazing contribution to a comeback to just 10 points.
All right, I see Chemical X in the penalty box for the Tough Cookies, I believe with a directional block.
And that'll put him on 5.
And then Pink Poison in the penalty box for the Scream Queens. And that is going to be for, wants to know, what am I in here for? That's right, ask for
What
your
I do?
ask for
I
your
didn't
due
do
process.
nothing.
Due process is very important. We highly recommend standing for your due process. Also, directional block.
Yeah, don't let them just send you to the box with an administrative warrant. That's nonsense.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't play that. We need a warrant, or at least to know what the charge is. All right. Oh, did you see Furious George out of the pack and then sees Bubba Vroom come up and is like, oh man, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I am out of here so quickly. Yeah, Furious George just ran out of there.
Yeah, the Cookies sped up, destroyed the pack, left those blue blockers back there hanging, and 4 quick points for the Cookies.
4 beautiful points.
Beautiful points.
All points are beautiful, unless you're on one team and they're for the other.
Hey, they don't ask how, they ask how many.
Then those points are pretty awful. Okay, we do have a penalty against Screen Queens again, and that is Hell on Wheels with a failure to reform.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the blue wall back there, they were only looking at the jammer and did not realize that the Cookies had run away and killed the pack. So in that case, they give it to the skater who's in front, and that was is Hell on Wheels.
All right, Echo out of the pack. Angelina trying to make it out. Hitting in some trouble there with Trauma Queen. Into the infield. Ooh, don't lose your equipment. Oh, lost equipment. What do I do? Do I get back on the track? Do I not? It's a tough one. I was skating the other day and I lost the wheel. And it took me a moment to realize that I'm like, oh, something feels different.
Yeah, I think Angelina might have picked that up, actually.
Yeah, well, then you can use it as blackmail, right? No, we're not teaching children how to use skate parts as leverage for gaining what you want for personal gain.
All right, Angelina's out of there. Echo piling up points once again. Back on the track, and puts one foot in the infield. Picks up a cut penalty there from Metallic Kyle and calls it off. We might be seeing the power jam for the Cookies in the next one, Evilly. But first, let's get everybody their toe stops back, shall we?
Does everyone have their toe stops? If you could all check to make sure you have your toes. And also, I hope you have your raffle tickets, by the way. We'll be doing raffle right here at the end of this quarter. End of this quarter, we have a 5-minute break, and we do raffle live. Cutting penalty against Echo, and that's going to take out the block or the jammer for the Screen Queens. That's right. Power Jam Advantage Tough Cookies.
121 to 80, another big shot for the Cookies. And of course, who are they going to give it to except for number 88, Sweet Baby Ridge. Takes a huge bump from Bella and another.
Yeah, Bella's not, oh, it's brutal. It's so brutal right now.
This is a great matchup. There's some tough blockers out there up against one of the best jammers in the game who finally makes it out.
Here comes Rage!
30 seconds left on this jam clock. And all of the Scream Queens blockers have escaped, so it's time to play Get Away, Get Close.
Wow, look at the racing. Grease Frightening just coming up there to break up that pack for the Tough Cookies to make way for Rage. Oh, although Rage, and takes a tumble on the jam line.
Rage takes a tumble, got sent flying.
There's that, you could phrase it like that. There could be like a projectile kind of action in there.
Nothing for the Scream Queens on that one. We're calling it. Nine points for the Tough Cookies.
All right, trying to build back into a near up that lead, we'll say 89 to 121.
Got some penalties.
Yeah, we got quite a lot of penalties. Okay, official timeout being called. And the penalties we have here, okay, so for Tough Cookies, devious lead, low blocking, Grease Frightening, directional block. They're the ones calling the timeout. The penalties against the Scream Queens, the dynamic duo of Bella Blitz and Pink Poison, both with directional blocks. So we'll be right back in just a moment. But I just want to give some more love again to congratulate Bella Blitz on getting accepted to Lewis and Clark College.
Oh, hey Bella, congratulations! That's awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, super proud of you. You've been such a wonderful part of this league. I hate when our juniors leave us. I wish they would just go straight to the adults program. and never ever leave. I encourage every junior to please come back to the dolls and you know, make it your own. Of course, again, some more love though to Pink Poison from your brother and mom who love you. And want to give some love to people. We also some people I believe in the YouTube channel. Shout out to Zoom and Chemical X from their confused dad, who's rooting for both teams. Oh man, are you confused because you're rooting for both teams, or is there some derby explanations we need for you? Let us know. And by the way, we also have Anna Lilly. Shout out to Hit and Hidden. Yeah, Hit and Hidden has some great blocks. This is true, Anna Lilly. Thank you so much.
All right, so barely any blockers out there. 2 jammers, and it is Smackaroni out first for the Cookies.
Yeah, look at those thinned out packs. That's kind of almost the most basic of a pack you can have. Although we do have both jammers, which is cool. Smackaroni trying to catch up with that pack. Look how they are racing it. Oh man, that's the thing. Get in. You get that 1 point and you get those ghost points. 4 points for the Tough Cookies.
But 2 for the Scream Queens. Mayday picked up 2.
Yeah, you gotta be. I tell you though, the awareness people have when they skate is incredible. I was talking to Smackaroni's dad and was saying, like, you know, they're learning. Smack's learning how to drive, and just how the spatial awareness is just better than, you know, most adults. It's a really great part of being in junior derby or roller derby in general.
I don't know though. I remember when I first started driving home from the track, I would get a little aggressive.
Yeah.
I have to say, kind of jamming my way home on the freeway.
I grew up in the borderlands, man. I have a little different level of aggressive driving. All right, but let's talk about those beautiful empty penalty boxes, although that might change as Zoom was being held back there for quite some time, and you cannot block out of the engagement zone or you will get a blocking out of play penalty.
Zoom then sent to the infield. Neither jammers made it out yet. We don't have a lead jammer until someone makes it out of this pack. 18 seconds left on the jam clock.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even quite. Yeah, and you tell the lead jammer, because of the enforcer in the middle with a color corresponding headband on their helmet that is pointing to them.
Except you can't because we don't have one.
Yes, this is true.
Don't look for that guy because he's not out there. Jam ends with no lead jammer established. Obviously going to be 0-0 on that one.
That was crazy.
123 to 93. Under a minute left to go in the third.
I got Penny has a shout out to Rad. Rad are the best people. Love the Sam clock. Okay. Hey, we do have
the jam clock. You can't remember
the jam
anything.
clock.
It kind of looks like it says the
love
Sam
the
clock.
Jam. Oh,
hey, I love the Sam clock too.
I like the slam clock. All right, we have a penalty in there against the Scream Queens, so they are slightly thinned out by 1. That's Ken Crush jamming under 817. But Hidden out for the Tough Cookies. Hidden's like, I called it. Did you not see me call it?
Everyone look at me. I am calling it. I would call it off harder if it would help. Oh, Hidden though. Getting to the box on what looks like an arms penalty.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, dearie me. This is a big opportunity for the Scream Queens to go into the third with an exclamation point.
After this jam, it's going to be raffle time, so make sure you're ready for the raffle. You can pull out those raffle tickets in just a moment. Power Jam Advantage Scream Queens. Bella Blitz. Brian. Oh, Thugs. Thugs going a little bit far out.
And the thing about doing that is that now, the green blockers are going to be more effective if they're close together to wall it up. Bella just blows right by. Picks up a full pull. 35 seconds left on the jam clock. This jam will continue until Bella says no.
Until
the jam clock runs out.
Chemical X was trying to launch into a block, but you had Pink Poison right there. It's basically Chemical X and Fight Night trying to stop Bella, which is not get a penalty, because it's so hard not to get penalties during the power jam.
That was fantastic teamwork by Fight Night and Chemical X.
Yeah, there's a place.
They had to have just saved 5 points right there.
Yeah, it's they finally got up front. All right, jam over. Let's see how that one shakes out.
15 points. Scream Queens go up to 138. Tough Cookies at 93. That is our third.
All right, everybody, it's raffle time. Everyone get out the raffle tickets. Where's the raffle music? We need some festive raffle calling music. Oh, and we also need the raffle tickets. All right, we got a special raffle calling guest here right now. Hold on one second. Let's get the raffle list. Everyone getting their prizes out?
Crowd.
All right, hold on one sec. Oh. All right, we have a special guest. Why don't you take the mic and go ahead and introduce yourself?
Oh my gosh, wait, I cannot hear anything.
That's good, you can. Seriously,
Just talk. I don't know what to say.
Just talk.
All right, well, hello. This is Manic Panic here from the Junior Fight Crew team, and I will be calling out the raffle ticket.
First item.
All right, the first item is a 888 certified sweat saver helmet in the color pink glossy. Second is a.
So we're gonna call that number.
Okay,
It's all right. It's
My bad.
First time raffle, always a little bit complex. That's fine. Go ahead and call the number there.
all right. Number is 478607.
Say that one more time.
Repeat 478607.
All right, we got a winner. Tell the winners to come down to snacks.
All right. The winners can come down to the snack bar and collect their reward.
Drink break. Okay.
All right, with the second prize two, we have a water bottle and a $5 Starbucks gift card. Grab bag? Wait, what? Yeah, grab bag. All right, that number will be 478666. I repeat, 478666.
It's the ticket of the beast. That's a 666 ticket of the beast. Hail Satan, everybody. If we can get that in there. No? Okay. What's prize 3?
All right, prize 3 is Fall Guys 12-inch plushie. It's a hot dog.
We're trying.
Trying
Why
to-
do you love roller derby so much?
Why do I love roller derby so much? I love it for the community.
All right.
All right, and that number will be.
Wow.
Oh, okay. That number will be 478693. I repeat, 478693. All right.
Did we have a winner on that one? Did we get it? Okay, great. Come down to snacks. All right, last prize. Tell them what the last prize is.
All right, we got a gift bag of Derby Dolls merch. Okay, final one. Are you guys ready? Yeah. 478494. 478494. You got a winner on that one?
Yep, we got one.
Woo! All right, congratulations to everyone.
Thank you so much for being up here for raffle. I know it's a little weird to call raffle numbers, but we appreciate it. Do you have any shout outs for anybody here?
Not really.
No pressure. Thank you. And when do you skate next?
What? May 17th.
May 17th, right on. All right, well, we'll look forward to that. All right, all those raffle winners, thank you for playing our raffle. Like I said, just come down to snacks, get your prizes. And we got a minute, 40 seconds, and we will be right back. Oh, it looks like we're going to have an ejection of Chemical X. So that's your spoiler alert. We'll be right back with you. All right, everybody, welcome back. Fourth final quarter, exciting roller derby action here in Valhalla. Woo! We got your Tough Cookies with 93 points. Scream Queens with 138. What a bout we have had here today with our junior derby dolls. So grateful for everyone here. Grandma Smack, you still having fun all the way here from England? Yep, you having fun? Thank you for all the toffee. It's so wonderful for all the families of our derby skaters when they finally get to come visit. We love having you here so much. We are all family. And we're starting this jam with an ejection, Trixie.
That's right, Emily. Chemical X racked up 2 directional blocks in the last jam, 3 in the last quarter, and that brings them to 7. They are out of the game.
Wah wah. All right, Trauma jamming for the Scream Queens out in lead.
The interesting thing about penalties, Evilly, the Cookies actually got some more points on power jams, but they are still behind in the power jam race by 42 points. That's the difference in how many points both teams made on power jams. Do you know what the difference is between how many points the teams had by the end of the third?
How many?
45.
Oh, wow.
No power jams. This is a 3-point game right now.
That's incredible. Yeah, it really makes a difference. You got to watch those power jams. All right, Taya in the penalty box and in there with an arms penalty. And guess what? That's going to make this a power jam advantage. Scream Queens. Looks like Bella Blitz going to be your power jammer.
Bella Blitz picked up 15 the last time she wore the star in a power jam. Having a very clean game, Bella Blitz. Just 4 penalties going into the fourth, which is incredible progress. I don't want to hear you bullying her anymore, Evilly.
I'm not bullying her. I'm just passing along shout outs.
Uh-huh.
You all know I'm a super fan of Bella Blitz. I'm a fan of everyone on that track. I'm a fan of everyone who puts on skates, honestly. But these juniors are just, every junior roller derby is the best thing in the entire world. There's nothing greater.
Bella hits a pack, starts scoring points. Rides a blocker through and is out. 29 seconds left on the jam clock. Ziggy and Skate White Shark trying to hold back number 27. Luna Shovegood at the back of the pack, keep it nice and slow. Bella gets 1, but still has that knot of 3 tough cookies in the front.
Yeah, that is definitely a tough pack of cookies to get by there with Grease Frightening, Rage, and Furious George.
That's right. Once they get 20 feet out in front of the back of that pack, they had to let the jammer go. But they burned off enough time, kept Bella to 10 points. 10 points for the Scream Queens. 152.93, 12:51 to go in this game. It's the fourth quarter already? Holy smokes.
Yeah, I know, right? Skate White Shark in the penalty box for the Scream Queens with a back blocking penalty and a directional block for Furious George of the Tough Cookies. Oh, Bugs Bunny shooting out of that back. Got those acne skates on. Is hell on wheels, though. Quickly out of there. Look how fast this pack is going.
Look how fast Thugs is going. Holy smokes.
Yeah, Thugs means business.
Pack is split. They got to slow down in the front. Didn't look like they wanted to.
Why would you want to slow down?
Well, because you have to, so you don't get a penalty.
Oh, there's that.
I think Thugs probably had a little bit more time before calling it off, but they went conservative.
Oh, I see Kitten Crush going into penalty box for the Scream Queens.
And hidden for the Cookies. Should be 1 blocker down on each side when this jam kicks off.
We hope everyone's been enjoying this, especially the people on the webcast. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate you there. Hope you liked our halftime show. And once again, that's Hidden in the penalty box, failure to reform, and Kitten Crush also failure to reform. So 1 blocker from each team seated in the penalty box. Cosmic Jammer out lead for the Scream Queens. But Angelina out also for the Tough Cookies.
That is the power of the track geometry. Cosmic Jammer took the low road. Angelina, who was ahead, took the high, but that's a much longer path, Evilly, and so Cosmic Jammer was able to take the lead, gave them the power to call this off, and they sure did.
Yeah, the lead jammer power to call off the jam is incredibly important.
Yeah, it's, I mean, what other sport do you get to say, hey, you? No points for you.
No points for you.
No points for you. I decided. Me, the person who's getting pointed at by the ref. I decided.
I control the points now.
I'm in charge here.
Aww.
And I say no points.
And who's in charge of Joy? Cherry Blazer.
Cherry Blazer, heart full of joy and whimsy.
Speaking of joy and whimsy, I was going to say, there's Furious George versus Bubba Broom.
Two very fast jammers out there. Furious picks up one. One more, nothing for the Scream Queens.
And we got Rage heading into the penalty box with an arms penalty for the Cookies.
Cookies out once more. Oh, what a hit!
Yeah, that's a great block there with Thugs Bunny against Mayday. Macaroni trying to get into that point scoring position. Skate White Shark, though, not making it easy. Yeah, also you got Slim Reaper and Bella Blitz back there. But more importantly, you had Mayday coming up, calling off the jam before Mayday could get into a point scoring position. 3 points for the Tough Cookies. Never forget the thumb.
Just about to get that century. It's 99 to the Scream Queens 52, but they're running out of minutes. 9:15 left in this game. Skate White Shark in the box for a directional block. Scream Queens down 1 on this jam. And I do believe we're going to have ourselves a timeout.
Uh-oh, timeout being called by the Scream Queens. They got penalties in there. They had the Skate White Shark with the directional block, taking a moment to call it off. I want to, again, thank our supporters, S1 Helmets, the Vernon Community Fund, of course, encourage you to support Dolls Nation. And special thanks to our amazing medical staff. If you're looking for a chiropractor or acupuncturist, please visit one of our team. They support the dolls all year round and are some of the best around. You can check them out at derbydolls.com/doll/repair. And if you watch the Golden Bachelorette, you might have seen our own Dr. Bob. He was part of our Derby Doll repair team and went to go find love on channel ABC and unfortunately did not.
Yeah, and they picked some other chump to be the Golden Bachelor too, which I think is nonsense. They absolutely should have picked Bob.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Bob got hit by lightning and got saved by his child who was a junior Derby doll. What is better than that, I say? All right, don't forget to buy some merch. You are going to want to buy merch before you leave, I'm telling you right now. And also, if you think you have what it takes to skate on this track, but you maybe not want to skate aggressively, you can just go to our Derby Por Vida program and learn how to skate for fun. You can just learn skills. There's all kinds of wonderful things about Derby Por Vida. And I don't know, maybe you will decide that you want to be a little bit more aggressive and become a Derby doll. And you might join our Fresh Meat program. So you can learn more about that on our website at derbydolls.com. Make sure you go on there to sign up for our mailing list. It has all kinds of information on joining our juniors program, becoming an enforcer, or just becoming a volunteer, which we would like to give some love to all the volunteers who make this league run. We are 95% of this team league is run by volunteers, so thank you so much. And of course, give yourself a big round of applause to all the parents, families, Grandma's Macaroni, all the friends. Thank you so much for supporting the Derby Dolls and these amazing skaters.
Yeah, we don't have a league if we don't have you, because somebody's got to drive these skaters up here. Somebody's got to buy them all of that stuff and pay for their insurance and feed them and stuff. So
feeding them. By the way, don't forget that cookies are really appreciated during these.
Hey, by the way, we got a shout out to the announcers from Phoebe Punisher. Thank you, Phoebe.
Aww.
Shout out right back to you.
Thank you, Phoebe. We miss you today. We enjoy seeing your number, but wish you were here.
By the way, parents, really do think about becoming a ref, becoming doing Derby Por Vida, because you see how much the sport means to your kiddos. You'll have a really cool new way to relate to them. So think it over.
All right, action back underway. Make some noise for roller derby, everybody. Echo is the jammer for the Scream Queens. And Anna Death Chase. I'm going to say Anna Death.
Good old AC.
AC. DC. As you can tell, I went to ACDC last Friday. It's fantastic.
Oh, big hit up high.
Yeah, now remember, you can tell the lead jammer because the enforcer is pointing at them with a color corresponding headband on their helmet. That's 5 points for the Scream Queens.
That was a big old hit from Queen Cobra.
Yeah, it's quiet in that crowd. I can see those Cookies fans are not very happy. If you want the Cookies to do better, you should scream.
Yeah, I think if you all cheered louder.
Yeah, they need your love.
They need your support. 8 more minutes left to go in this game.
That's a lot of work to skate roller derby. It's exhausting,
really
especially if
is.
you don't have cookies between games. I just like to make sure I sample the cookies to make sure that,
Yeah, you gotta have quality control legally.
It's true. It's so true. Here we go.
The dramatic silence. The sound of a whole lot of roller skates on Masonite takes off, and so does Rage!
Rage is out of that pack.
Ziggy Stardust getting wrapped up inside the pack by a tightly rotating bunch of tough cookies. And Rage is through.
Yeah, nothing can stop Rage on this jam. I can feel it.
Ziggy makes it out, so now it's a race against time for Rage to pile up as many points as she can before she's forced to call off. Oh! Hits the south end of 6248 Pink Poison and goes flying. 1 point for the Trauma Queen, or the Scream Queens.
The Trauma Queens.
Trauma Queens.
We have a lot of queens. I always want to be king.
Gonna be a Trauma King.
Oh, having a point check there with our very own Casey. We're trying to keep everything solid here.
And 1 point for the Tough Cookies, taking them to 100.
Oh, and we got Pink Poison in the penalty box with a directional block. That's right. Cookies hit 100. Make some noise for that. That's pretty cool.
But it's the Scream Queen Slim Reaper out first. Lead jammer blue. Dirty Trick still fighting to get past that front wall. Gets past Bella, but loses balance, has to go off on the inside. Bella, or rather, hidden, recovers and gives a little love to that blue jammer, but Slim Reaper's through. 26 seconds left on the jam clock as the Cookies Jammer escapes.
Yeah, Cookies Jammer out. Knows that, some points you're either a jammer or a point. And sometimes you just don't want to be a point. It's best to get out of there.
Slim Reaper picks up 4 more, total of 9. 9 points for the Scream Queens, 167 to 100.
Less than 6 minutes in this game. Our next game will be May 17th.
Slim Reaper's heading to the box. This is going to be a tough Cookies Power Jam!
Oh, yeah, this is right. Power Jam for the Cookies. What is that? Oh, that is Slim got an arms penalty. We also got a directional block, though, against Smackaroni for the Tough Cookies. Here you go, everybody. Power Jam!
Big opportunity for the Cookies to make some noise on the scoreboard.
Cinderella being cautious, looking for support from teammates.
Picks up a friendly lead from Anadeth Chase, but is taken to the rail by the pivot. Who's that? Is that Cosmic Jammer? That is Cosmic Jammer. Now paired up with Mayhem. That's going to be tough to get by.
It's a very methodical pack.
Everybody's being real deliberate, and it just keeps getting gradually faster.
Yeah, you can see how the Cookies are trying to hold back one of the members of the Scream Queen. If they can control that, they might be able to get some control over the speed of that pack.
And that's that on that jam. Time runs out.
All right,
Nothing for either team on that one.
All right, yay for no points. Sometimes that's good. It was a wash. It was a great jam, though. It was a great jam. Saw a lot of strategy.
A lot of strategy. Nobody in the box, full packs, 2 jammers. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game.
Uh-oh. Are you going? Are you not going?
You do want to make sure you get all the skaters to which you are legally entitled.
Yeah. You do not want to have the wrong number of skaters on the track.
Beauty of an exit there by Furious George, captain of the Tough Cookies.
Oh, comes up on the high side. Always brutal.
Oh, great pass by Furious George. Skate White Shark still hung up in the back.
Yeah, I tell you, they are doing a great job. Luna Shovegood is really holding back Skate White Shark, although coming in hot to that rail.
That's okay, you can hit the rail as hard as you like.
Yeah, that was King Crush under Phoebe Punisher's number. Holding back Shark, and that's it for that jam.
10 points for Furious George and the Cookies. Nice, nice jam. Really good defensive effort making that second pass possible.
I hear a lot of talking.
It's me.
Oh, I thought it was the voices in my head. Oh, wait, are we going to have
It
a timeout
kind of is.
being
I mean,
called?
now that your headphones work.
Yep, we got a timeout being called by the enforcers. Hey, that gives me a moment. Remind you, the Derby Dolls have absolutely no advertising budget. So if you could take some pictures, post them online, post them on your Facebook and your Instagram and your TikToks and all that stuff. Tag the Derby Dolls. We could really use the promotion.
Tag the Derby Dolls on the TikTok.
The last TikTok I did of the juniors game, you know how many views I got? Do you want to guess?
No, I want to write down penalties.
309,000.
No, you didn't.
300,000 people
I'm going to say a cuss
watched
if
my
you keep telling me
juniors.
lies like that. That is so many.
Yeah, it's a TikTok, and it's to a Soki song, which is a band I love from Australia. Okay, things we don't love, lots of penalties, and that is what is happening to the Tough Cookies. We got Thugs Bunny with a back blocking penalty, and we've got Dirty Tricks with a stopping penalty, and then we've got Rage with a directional block, but we can only have 2 blockers in the box at one time, so that penalty will be served in the next jam. Did you all get that, okay?
We also got a shout out for Rage from Grim, Rage's sister, saying, "Go Rage, go!"
We miss you, Grim. Hope you'll be coming by this summer to hang out with us. Oh, look at Grease Frightening. Wow.
Oh my
eyes
goodness.
on Grease Frightening, and there goes the broom.
Boomer Brew has really put it on as a skater this year, don't you think, Evilly?
Oh, absolutely.
Cookies Jammer has to be released. The pack situation required it. So they're out, but it is the Vroom out front. And that's the end of that jam. 4 points for the Scream Queens.
All right, coming down the last couple minutes of this game. We're so glad you've been here. We really appreciate that. Penalty box. We got the classic. We got a double directional block there on Bella. And we also have Ziggy in there.
Rage is sitting to serve the must skate from the previous jam.
That's right. That's right. You cannot escape your penalties. That's an above shoulders for Ziggy Stardust. And let's get the appropriate numbers of skaters on the track.
Remember, please, no whistling unless you are an enforcer.
That's right. You can scream, you can shout, you can stomp your feet, you cannot whistle. Trauma Queen out in lead. Angelina out of the jamming for the Tough Cookies. Oh. Trauma Queen calls it off.
4 points for the Scream Queens. And hey, before this game ends, I just want to give an enormous shout out and congratulations to Enforcer Shakira, skating for the first time as an on-skates ref today.
Oh, yeah, Shakira skated for the Varsity Brawlers, then took a break, came back as an enforcer. There's always a place for you in the Derby Dolls. There really is. Don't let anyone tell you different. Fight night jamming for the Tough Cookies. It is Hell on Wheels coming out quickly.
If the game clock runs, oh, that's not going to happen.
Oh, did you see that?
Wow.
Fight night up to the rail, and that just gave, wow, that was so beautiful.
Yeah, It's Hell on Wheels steals the lead.
Yeah, just
steals lead jammer status.
so smoothly skating like that.
Hops over a down blocker and just threw one more time. 15 seconds on the game clock. I do believe that number 14 is just going to try to run this one down, I believe.
It's possible.
If the team in the lead at the end of this jam skates clean, the game is over. Keep your eye on the referees who will either indicate who the winner is or they will tell you it's time for one last jam.
24 points? 14. Oh, I was like, what? That's a lot of going around. All right, everybody, nothing on the game clock. Now we see if there's any penalties. If there's no penalties on the lead team, then they will be the winners of this bout. If there's penalties, then we can have a redo of the last jam.
When the game is awarded to one team or the other, we want you to hustle on down here, line up at the rail, and give these skaters their well-deserved high fives. But please don't do it till we're sure the game is over. Give it to my baby. If both teams have penalties, it's also over. I do see a lot of writing on that board, but I can't tell which side it's on.
Uh-oh. Well, we got to waste. Hasselblack's in charge. We're in Hasselblack's hands. Hasselblack is walking up. Scream Queens take it. 189 to 114. Lots of penalties there. Directional blocks against Thugs, against Furious. Directional blocks. Who cares? Let's start skating. Let's get it for the Scream Queens. Echo is Hell on Wheels. Trauma Queen, Slim Reaper, Pikazoom, Lash Out Loud, Glow and Arrow, Betty Rumble, Mayday, Ziggy Stardust, Jurassic Punk, Mayhem, Can Crush skating under 817 for Phoebe Punisher, 3355 of a Broom, Pink Poison, Skate White Shark, the co-captain, Cosmic Jammer, captain of your Scream Queens, Bella Blitz, and your coaches, Chada and Creamer. Give it up for your Scream Queens, everybody.
All right, and please do keep it going for the Tough Cookies. They may have been out, but they were never down. Isn't that how that goes? Devious Lee, Dirty Tricks, Nia Broliton, Luna Shovegood, Chemical X, Anna Death Chase, Smackaroni, Sweet Baby Rage, Greased Frightening, Cinderella, Thugs Bunny, Angelina, Fight Night, Smasherella, Queen Cobra, Frida Bravo, and Taya. Co-captain Hidden, Captain Furious George, coaches Mulan, Ruth, and Jezahel, your Tough Cookies.
All right, we would like to thank our enforcers, our EMTs, doll repair team, Track Monkeys, the Rad Brew, and of course our DJ MacBook Air.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm Evil, and this is Trixie Biscuit.
Darn right.
It has been our pleasure to be your announcer today. Remind you to be happy, be well. Be back here at 6:30 online when the Tough Cookies take on the Varsity Brawlers in the adults game. And everyone else, be back here on May 17th for our next in-person bout at Dahala. Thank you and good afternoon.
And go Kings go.